these kids. Well, what happened? She was the attorney general. She was a DA in San Francisco when this happened. She knew she wanted to be AG, and she also knew that the Catholic Church held a tremendous amount of power. So the statute of limitations law changed while she was in the DA's office in San Francisco, which meant her office no longer had to prosecute any of these crimes criminally against the Catholic Church. But the next course of action for many of these victims was a civil trial. Her office was asked to cooperate over and over and over again and hand over case files and hand over investigation materials to these victims so that they could take civil action against the Catholic Church. But the Archdiocese in San Francisco carries a lot of political power, a lot of heft. And so Kamala Harris, because she didn't want to disrupt that nest of power, shut her door to every child. Not one child victim was given their case file, their investigative information by Kamala Harris's office in an effort to get some sort of civil settlement from the Catholic Church. So don't believe her when she tells you she wants to prosecute people who hurt children or who hurt women, because that's not who she is. Now, you also brought up the scandal in her office. Clearly, we've heard that 92% of her staff, while she was vice president, has left, and that's because she cannot manage anything. And what we've learned when she was the DA of San Francisco is that for 6 years, she had a compromised individual running the crime lab that the DA's office, all of the DAs in the office, used to prosecute criminals. She knew that this was going on. She received letters from the investigators and from the deputy DAs in her office saying that there was trouble with this crime lab and with this one individual who was stealing drugs and doing all sorts of nefarious things in her position.
So
Kamala Harris did nothing about it. So what happened? Ultimately, when she finally was confronted, she had to turn over 1,500 cases were overturned because of compromised evidence, and it was all led back to her mismanagement.
So whether it's protecting her corrupt employees, not helping the victims of child abuse, or putting black men in prison for pot use, that's the real Kamala Harris. God bless you, Jen, for telling the truth about this person who is now the queen of the radicals and their nominee. If